Hello and welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you. The Macomb County Health Department has announced 120 cases of the coronavirus. We have more information on these cases and how you can protect yourself. And with many people quarantined at home to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, there has been an increased usage of toilet paper and flushable wipes. However, those wipes are causing some serious problems. We have these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Officials have confirmed more than 1,000 cases of the coronavirus in Michigan, with 9 deaths confirmed, and one of those in Macomb County. There has been 120 confirmed cases in Macomb County. There is currently no vaccine to prevent the disease, but the best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to the virus. As a reminder, the Center of Disease Control recommends these actions to help prevent the spread of the disease. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay at home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue and then throw the tissue in the trash. And also clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray or wipe. And also, don't forget to wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. For more information, prevention tips, and ongoing updates on the coronavirus, you can visit www.michigan.gov/coronavirus. The clerk's office is lending a helping hand to the Shelby Township Police Department. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, there has been an increasing demand for hand sanitizer. The Shelby Township Police had experienced a shortage and recently asked the public for their help in locating hand sanitizer. Well, thanks to the clerk's office, they now have a full supply.
These items for our election workers, we send this out to every precinct, so whoever wanted to use it, these are sanitizers. They did use it, and many of them came back not used. So we're going to be sharing this with our police department. This is going to be handed over to Chief at 11 o'clock at our staff meeting, so we can keep them protected as well, because they are first line, our first line of defense out there. This was not very easy to get a hold of. My employee, Laura White, and my wife actually went from store to store, because this was just at the time when stores were running out, and they round up about 30 of these bottles. So these bottles were sent to every precinct, but look what we got. We got some, they came back. They came back to us because they were not used. So we are happy to share it. We are happy to protect our police officers, and our staff did a great job finding these things, because it wasn't easy.
If you would like to donate more hand sanitizer to the Macomb County Police Department, you may contact Captain Jason Schmittler at 586-713-9496, or you may email him at jschmittler@shelbytownship.org. With many people quarantined at home to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, there has been an increased usage of toilet paper as well as flushable wipes. However, those flushable wipes are creating blockages in household pipes and sewer systems. We spoke with Macomb County Public Works Commissioner Candace S. Miller regarding the matter, and she said, quote, "We are urging people not to flush anything other than toilet paper down the toilets. No flushable wipes, no baby wipes, no makeup wipes, no paper towels, no facial tissue. Please, nothing other than toilet paper. And if you use a wipe, please dispose of it in the garbage, but please don't flush it. If we do this, this will become an even bigger problem for all of us," end quote. In an effort to ensure that everyone has enough toilet paper and that stores are able to maintain a steady supply, we are all encouraged to purchase only what is needed. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, the Shelby Township Police Department has an important message for the senior community. And a Utica High School senior is making history. Stay with us for more Shelby This Week.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of two who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Shelby Township Police Department has an important message and warning for the senior community. Stacy Sansatera has more.
Well, I do a lot of fraud stuff, so senior scams and stuff like that, which is why I'm here talking to Stacy today to make sure that maybe we can put something out there so seniors know what to look for.
Scammers tend to target senior citizens with all kinds of schemes. Scammers take advantage of their isolation, trust, higher savings, and lack of tech savvy. And the Shelby Township Police Department has an important message for our senior community.
A good, healthy level of skepticism is really all that is needed to kind of prevent the scam from going to the next step, which is getting someone to send money or provide personal information that could hurt down the line.
Detective Johnson says one of the biggest scams he sees is the relative in distress scam. This scam usually entails a perpetrator calling or emailing pretending to be a family member in trouble.
And unfortunately, these scammers are good at kind of squeezing information out from the seniors as far as, hey grandma, it's me, and then maybe the senior offers a name and then they go from there, and that's kind of where it spirals out of control.
Detective Johnson offers some basic advice to avoid being a victim of this scam.
If you get a call from someone pretending to be a relative, please always hang up and confirm. And number 2, no police department is ever going to accept money or anything like that through a gift card or through the mail or through, Western Union or anything like that. I mean, obviously, if your grandson calls or granddaughter calls and they are in trouble, then obviously you can confirm that with your kids and with them. Call them. And additionally, don't accept phone calls from numbers that aren't saved in your contacts list.
In addition, telemarketing scams are very common with the senior community.
The typical telemarketing ones where we have, somebody calling up claiming to be from a bank or from a credit card company or something like that and trying to just pull information out of somebody who is maybe a little more trusting.
And unfortunately, the reality of justice in most of these scams is not good.
It just depends on the exact nature of the scam, how much information, because the general scams like romance scams and things like that almost always are overseas and just lead to a lot of dead ends for us.
And though that's not good news, rest assured the Shelby Township Police Department makes senior scams a top priority.
Well, we all definitely take it a little more personally because you're talking about a generation that has done so much in their lives for so long, and now they've built up this maybe wealth, whether it's modest or not, and you have people that are out there just willing to take advantage of that fact and of their trustworthy nature, and that's what really kind of, for me personally, it becomes a personal vendetta against these scammers.
So remember, a healthy level of skepticism is key to not falling victim to a scam. It's important that the senior community be safe and aware. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Census Day is April 1st. The census is used to help determine how more than $1.5 trillion in federal funding will go to state and local governments. This decision is largely based on the population, and places with more people tend to get more money. The results of the census also determine states' representation in the House of Representatives. Michigan currently has 14 seats in the House. The U.S. Census count started this month and ends in July. And for more information on the Macomb 2020 census, you can visit macombgov.org. March is Women's History Month, and Utica High School senior Madison Barsh is definitely making history. Kyle Warzabach has more.
Defying the odds. That's what Utica senior Madison Barsh has done since the 7th grade. And for her, it wasn't about breaking any stigma. Her only focus was working to play the sport she loves.
It's been just me and another player on the team, you know, doing my job, and that's all that matters.
After her junior year was when things began to escalate. She was invited to the Ray Guy Pro Kicker Camp, and the first female to ever be invited to their top prospect camp.
And it was amazing, and I think proving myself in front of a bunch of those guys kind of set in stone for me that like I can compete at the next level if I really work for it.
And she didn't waste any time. In week 1 of the 2019 football season, Utica found themselves tied with 30 seconds remaining in the game. But on she came for the 32-yard attempt and went to work.
And I think that kick kind of got me like noticed a little bit by people in the area and stuff, which kind of pushed for me to be able to be playing for the next 4 years. So it was that kick kind of set up the next 4 years of my life to me. So
for the next 4 years, Maddie has signed to play football at Kalamazoo College, where she will get the chance to play a big role in their special teams unit.
Obviously now I'm pretty much living the dream I didn't know I had, being able to play in college and stuff. My goal for the next 4 years will be to, you know, prove myself and prove that I can do just as much as the other kickers can. So.
But she didn't feel like waiting until college to prove herself. Not even a month after committing to Kalamazoo, she posted this video on Twitter of her kicking a 55-yard field goal with a 15-mile-per-hour crosswind. And the internet took notice, with the video registering 2 million views and a shout-out from former NFL punter Pat McAfee.
I just posted it in the first place because after the Detroit Free Press posted my article, I was reading some of the hate comments and stuff, and I was like, they don't really bother me. I just wanted to post a video like, you guys think I can't kick this far, but I can. So I didn't expect it to go viral, but it's kind of awesome that it did. It's been crazy.
As Maddie turns the page in her football career, she hopes to be an inspiration to young girls who are in the very same spot as her 6 years ago.
You might be afraid playing a male-dominant sport and being with all the guys, how those treat you and stuff like that. I mean, if you can get the job done, I mean, they're all cool with it. Don't be afraid. Just do what you know how to do and you'll be fine.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzebach.
Coming up next, an art historian made a special presentation to the Shelby Gardeners Club to discuss landscape design and art. And the Humane Society of Macomb has a cat who is looking for his perfect family. Stay with us for more Shelby This Week.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Art historian Wendy Evans made a special presentation to the Shelby Gardeners Club in which she discussed landscape design and how it has impacted art.
I'm an art historian who gives talks around the metro area. I've been talking to the Garden Club about landscape design, design through the years, how it's impacted by art, how it impacted art, and especially gardens by artists.
Today we had a very interesting presentation with Wendy Evans, who is an art historian, and she's well known throughout the Metro Detroit area, speaking on all topics related to art. Today the theme was art in landscape painting, starting from 1300 BC to current days, and then culminating in talking about the upcoming renovation of the Belle Isle Gardens with the renowned Dutch landscaper, if I'm saying his name correctly, Piet Oudolf. And it's just very, very interesting. Formal gardens, informal gardens, and great deal amount of art history from 1300 BC to today, 2020. So we really enjoyed her. Any other questions, you can find all of the programs listed on the Shelby Township website. So it's shelbytownship.org/gardeners, and information about joining our club.
For more information on the Gardeners Club, you can visit www.shelbytownship.org/gardeners. This week, we introduce you to a cat named Bud, who is available for adoption at the Humane Society of Macomb.
Bud is a 6-month-old cat. He is orange. He's really cool. He's been described as a mush ball. I'll leave that up to interpretation, but he's really cool. He's got this neat little face, and he's really friendly and playful, and he's cool. We love him. Well, he's only 6 months old, so he's very much a kitten, so very playful, loves attention. I was just in there hanging with him, loves to be petted, loves attention. It's a cool age for a cat, because he's not grown up, but he's not a little bitty kitten, so he loves everybody. When you get a cat that young, there's no reason he can't be acclimated to other cats and kids and things like that. Again, it's a good age, whether it's a cat or a dog. If you get them young enough and you go about it the right way, no reason they can't be acclimated to other animals, and we certainly like to help people do that, to introduce new animals into the home. I think he'd be really good for a family that's maybe a first-time pet owner, because he's really low maintenance. He's kind of what you see is what you get. He's not messy. He's real friendly. So if you've never had a pet before, he'd probably be a good first pet. Or if you're real experienced, he'd be a great addition as well. It's just a cool time here at the shelter. We're going to start seeing a lot more kittens in the shelter soon. As the weather warms up, we get into what we call kitten season, so we're going to start seeing a lot more kittens. You know, our farm animals, we got our horses and our goats and our pigs, they'll all be out and about, so it's a good time to stop by and see us.
The Macomb Charity Connect and Utica Shelby Township Rotary have decided to postpone the Scholars and Jazz Gala due to the current and potential threat of the coronavirus. Over 200 guests were expected to attend the event to support the new Shelby Township Library. The event has been rescheduled to Friday, October 9th of this year. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook and just search ShelbyTV. We will leave you now with more scenes from Madison Barsh, who will be the first female football player for Kalamazoo College. Keep making history, Maddie. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
So in 7th grade, I actually went to try out for the volleyball team. I tried out the first day, but we got the schedule like a day before tryouts were over, and it didn't work out with my soccer schedule, and a couple of guys around the school were saying, hey, you should come play football, like you're good at kicking, you play soccer and stuff, just try it. I convinced my mom somehow. My dad was all for it, so I started playing the day after that, and the rest is history. I've been playing ever since. It actually wasn't very challenging. A lot of the guys were really accepting, because like I was willing to work hard and kick and punt for them and do what I got to do, you know. I wasn't looking for any special treatment. Still, I'm not looking for any special treatment. I'm just here to play the sport I love. I mean, the past couple of seasons, transitioning into a varsity player, I had to compete at punting and kicking. I mean, I was able to win the punting job, which is great and really helped me excel at that position specifically. My personal goal, I made this a few years back actually, is to kick at least 12 touchbacks off kickoffs this year. I plan to play hopefully D2 football and maybe work my way up to D1 after a year or two there.
You know, she's our kicking game, so she does a great job. Someone, you know, we trust and is completely reliable, and we have the utmost confidence in her, whether it's kicking or punting. You know, she does an awesome job for us and has, and we expect the same thing this year as a senior. You know, we're very lucky to have her back as a senior.
It's great seeing her be able to do what she does. I mean, great punter. I know she went to a couple of camps this year, and that's like won awards for being best punter there, so it's pretty good.
Maddie's another one I've been playing with since 7th grade, and she's a great kicker, and it's great to see a girl out there rather than a guy, you know, it's pretty cool.
It's actually great. I mean, I doubt any other school would let me do what I'm doing, playing the sport as a female, which I just love that Utica is giving me that chance to actually come out and play, not just like sit the bench or anything. It's just been a great experience here.